Hey guys, today I want you to walk you through a clay table that I built. I think it's gonna be really useful and relevant for example, recruiter companies or basically whenever your service is replacing some person in the company. For example, if you're replacing a finance person, you can target these companies. So essentially, what this table does is we find companies that I got this idea from Eric Nowosalski, first of all. So I tweaked this table a bit, but it's generally his idea. So you can target companies that recently had an employee leave or whatever, right? So we can target companies that their CFO left, for example, a month or 2 months ago, or we can do even lower timeline than that, right? So essentially, how this works is I have the whole table built out, but I will explain step by step like how it works. So first of all, we import profiles for free from Clay, right? So the only filtering we do is we look for the job titles we want, right? So in this case, we want to look for finance job titles, so like VP finance, direct the director of finance and stuff like that, right? So we look for that, and we also look for people that are new in that role, right? So let's say they have joined the company 2 months or one month from today. Okay, so we get that. This is the whole information until this point, basically, until LinkedIn profile. So to not waste any credits of enriching the person from Clay, right? Because each of this column would take one credit. In this case, it would be 5k credits, which is crazy. It's like half of what you get in the $300 month plan, right? So I don't think that's relevant because out of this label, you will get only maybe like 700 or 1,000 persons that are qualified to you for reaching out to them. So instead of that, I built a GPT prompt that does the same thing that would the enriched person in Clay would do, right? So this is the prompt. If you want to take a look, I used 4.0 Mini, which is highly efficient, right? And it creates a JSON output like this, right? So it can be used in other steps. It costs like almost nothing. So when you compare that to when you would use a credit, I think this is a lot more efficient, right? So uh, in another step, we just took the output from enriched person with AI and formatted the output properly so it can be used in other columns here, right? So next, uh I will explain why we enrich the person, right? So uh in this case we can get the full name of the person which we had from previously, so we didn't need to enrich that, but we get their current job title and their current company, right? Also their past job title and the past company that they were in before. So why are we getting that information, right? So first of all, also we get the date when they ended their position in their last company, right? So if they left their previous company 2 months ago, in this case, this is checked, right? So our recency date is recent enough to reach out to them. So if not, obviously not checked, right? So what this is, we can reach out to their past company, right? So let's say Honeywell. We can reach out, hey, I saw Mark left your company some time ago. How are you handling your finances right now, or whatever you are solving, right? So if you're a recruiting company, I saw Mark left your company some time ago. We can find a new hire in less than 7 days, whatever is your offer, right? I don't work with recruitment companies, but some idea there, right? So we get all this information. Then we look up keywords in the job title. So if the job title that they are in right now has finance in it, we come to the next step. In the next step, we enrich the company with lead magic. You can do whatever, like, I don't know if Prospio does it, or lead magic is the best one, like when it comes to price. So we get that. I only pulled the industry and the employee count because there's like the most relevant information for me right now, and I actually want to reach out only to companies that are below 300 employees. So I also filter that right in this table. So the next thing I do, I take the information and write it to another table. Yeah, so I put this information that I want into this table, and here I'm looking for contacts at the company that I want to reach out to. So I'm looking for CEOs, owners, founders, like some very high people in the company, right? So I pull that information, and I look up a row from the other table so I can mention the name, the job title, and their past company essentially. So I saw Matt went to NFX last month. Like, how are you handling his responsibilities? Yeah, whatever. We would insert the value proposition there. So from there, we would use something like lead magic or some waterfall, right? Uh, to find the emails. I can't type. And yeah, essentially, we would use lead magic and find the email so we can reach out to them. Also, from this point, we can do any AI personalization that we want. So you can find out, like, we know their job title. We can ask AI, like, based on the company that we are reaching out to and the job title that the person has, or the head that left the company, what are the responsibilities he had, and how can we come in there and add value to the company, right? So I think this is a not a lot of people is using this because it's quite low volume, and some people are frankly just don't know how to build this stuff. So if you want, just shoot a comment or message me on LinkedIn. I can drop you this template with all of the prompts, so everything you just only plug and play basically. And yeah, if you have any question, just let me know. I think this could be valuable too if you are a lead gen agency or like want to do outbound yourselves. And yeah, if you're interested in having a conversation about how we can build something like this for you, for your company, just let me know. I have a link down below for booking a call with me or someone from our company. And